Hey planner friends! Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel and another day of Plansmas. Today I'm going to be setting up my January monthly in my medium passion planner. Let's get started! So the kit that I'm using for January is the first snow monthly from Plannerface. This is the first Plannerface kit where the month is separate from the rest of the kit, so you can use it for whatever month you want. I'm going to start off the spread with my pen base by just shading in the tops of the calendar boxes on days where I'm not going to be at work. So for this month so far it's just weekends and then the 3rd, which is our bank holiday for New Year's Day. My theme colour for January is a light icy blue, but that didn't quite go with the colour scheme of this kit, so I'm using my theme colour from November just for the monthly spread. I'm also going to highlight the check boxes in the bottom left hand corner and then we can get started with some stickers. The format of this slightly updated monthly kit is exactly the same as the previous ones, but this monthly spread is going to be quite different from the ones that I've done recently. So not only is it a 6 weeks month, but I bought the Space of Infinite Possibility planner, which has slightly different sizing to normal medium-sized passion planners. So there was a lot of measuring that went on before I started filming this spread. I've started off by using the patterned washi header along the top boxes that aren't in January, and then I've just finished that off with the bottom part of the sidebar because I couldn't not include this gorgeous little dog in my spread. For the grey boxes that are in February, I'm using the other washi strip for the 4 that are together on the right hand side, and then I'm going to use 2 of the box covers that I've trimmed down to fit on that 1st and 2nd of February box. For more details on the slight changes in sizing in the Space of Infinite Possibility planner, check out my 2022 planner review from back in November. The 6-week month calendar spreads are always a little bit more difficult because you don't do them as often, and then combining that with the fact that this sizing is a little bit different, so I can't just do it all from memory, made this a little bit of a longer setup than usual. Next I can add in my monthly title sticker, so these stickers are really fiddly, so be very careful when you peel them up because I did nearly rip it, and also be careful when you put it down because I put it down super wonky to begin with and they're quite difficult to pull up just because they are so delicate. But once that's in place we can move on to the date covers. So as usual I trimmed the date covers off the main washi strips, but because this is a 6-week month I had to trim a teeny tiny bit extra off those washi strips as well, which you can still see left on the sticker paper. I'm then sticking Wednesday back to Monday on the left hand side, and then I'll stick Thursday to Saturday, trim off the sidebar header and add Sunday onto the right hand side. Plannerface does do Monday start date strips to add onto a monthly kit, but they still have Monday to Thursday on one side, so you'd have to cut them up for a passion planner anyway. Because of the changes in sizing, the space for the date strips is a little bit shorter, so I was slightly worried that some of the days would look quite off-centre, but I think you can get away with it. Next I've cut 1cm chunks from the rest of the box cover stickers, and I'm using those above the date covers to just fill in some of that white space. They now go a little bit closer to the top of the page, but you can still fit in a 1cm chunk. Moving on to start setting up my sidebar, and as usual I'm covering the monthly focus and people to see box with the top half of the decorative sidebar, and again this goes 1cm above the weekly focus box so that it's in line with the top of those box cover chunks that I cut. I'm then going to use 2 of the 4 heart checklist boxes in the places to go and things to learn boxes to create my goals checklist and my to buy checklist. Because of the change in height of these boxes, the checklists actually fit a little bit better than they used to, but the headers are a little bit thicker than those printed on the planner now. Once I've got both the checklist boxes and both the headers down, I'm going to trim them all in one line so they are nice and straight. And it's really easy to trim these at the moment because I've just got a nice hard cover rather than a whole chunk of all of a year's worth of planning. Moving over to the project section in the bottom left hand corner, and I'm using the 2 smaller washi strips that come in the kit to cover up the work and personal projects headers. I don't use this section for projects, I'm going to use the left hand part for my monthly actions, and the right hand part will be covered up by my mini calendar for tracking yoga. To cover up the break it down header in the bottom right hand corner, I've just cut 6mm chunks from the leftover box covers, and I'm using each piece of that to cover up the header. As with my weekly spread, I'm so used to where everything is in my monthly spreads that I don't really need to label all my headers anymore. Next I'm going to add in all my date flags from the kit. I'll just show myself putting in a couple of these rather than making you sit through all 31, but I'm using my tweezers for these. These are the one sticker that I do use tweezers for because putting down 31 date flags does cause hand cramp. Next, I'm going to add in some of my monthly functional stickers that you saw me make in my video a few days ago. So I've got my habit tracker and my mini calendar to track my yoga, which for this month is going to be the new Yoga with Adriene 30-day challenge. Next, I can just add in my little symbol for Aquarius, and then I'm going to try and go day by day and do all of my plans for the month chronologically. So starting on the 1st, I'm adding in one of the holiday strips from the kit to mark that today is New Year's Day, and I can already tell that I'm trimming a little bit more off these stickers than I did in my previous planner. Moving over to the 4th, and I'm adding in one of the bill due stickers from the kit to mark in a bill that's due this day. As usual, I've cut the bill due stickers in half horizontally, and then I'm trimming a tiny piece off the end so they fit nicely within the boxes. Throughout my spread, I'll also be adding in these round laptop icons, also from Plannerface, to mark in my work from home days. On the 6th, I have another bill due and another work from home day. On the 10th, I'm using a long flag and a pencil doodle from the kit to mark in my first duty scientist day of the year. Then I'm adding in 2 more work from home days, and finally I'm adding in a skinny event label to mark a work meeting, and then a regular event label to mark my first PT session of 2022. At this point, I also remembered to start adding in my bin icons to remind me which are our bin days, and then I'm going to add in one of the birthday labels onto Sunday the 16th for my friend's birthday, but I'm covering up the cake icon with one of the present doodles from the kit. Moving on to the 3rd week of January, and I'm adding in my work from home hours and more bills again. So super fun setup for January. We don't have a lot of social stuff planned as yet, but I'm sure this will fill up as we go through the month. I'm also adding another long flag and pencil doodle to mark in another day of duty scientisting. Next, I'm adding in my payday flag and then also another birthday label, and again I'm going to cover up that cake icon with the birthday present doodle of the same colour. Next, I'm adding in yet another bill, and then I'm going to start moving around some of my laptop icons for my work from home days, just so I don't have too many of the same colour all next to each other. I have 3 of these sheets on the go at once, just so that I have all of the colours to choose from, so I can match them to the kit as best I can. On the 27th, I'm adding in another regular event label for another PT session, and then adding in a long flag and another doodle from the kit to mark in my last duty scientist day for this month. On the 29th, I'm adding in the last birthday flag from the kit, and again covering up the cake icon with the birthday present doodle, and that is for my boyfriend's birthday. Now we can go back and fill in all of the things that I forgot to add in when I was trying to go in chronological order. So I'm adding another holiday sticker in on the 17th, which is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's not a recognised day in the UK, but I still think it's important to have in my planner. And then on the 26th, I have a work event that I needed to mark in, and I'm using an event label and the phone doodle from the kit for that. So that's all of my stickers down. Now we can fill in all of my plans, as usual using my Pilot Friction pen. It's looking fairly quiet for January because we don't have a lot of social stuff planned yet, but I know that over the course of the next couple of days we're probably going to decide what we're doing for my boyfriend's birthday, and obviously extra stuff will probably be added in throughout the month as long as Boris doesn't put us in lockdown again. One thing that I have noticed about getting started with my first ever hardcover passion planner is that the hardcover does lay flat a lot quicker than the soft covers do. I don't know if you remember, but this time last year I was having to hold one corner of it down with one of my sticker albums so that it wouldn't keep popping up while I was trying to write. And I'm sure I'll get used to the teeny tiny size differences soon enough. For now, I'm keeping the habits that I'm tracking exactly the same as I've had for the last year. So drinking 2 litres of water, doing Duolingo, doing my skincare routine, no spend, in bed by 11 PM, doing meditation before bed usually, sticking with my macros, and also taking my vitamins. The goals that I track in my sidebar are some performance-based gym goals, so my heaviest squat, deadlift, chest press, and the number of pull-ups that I can do by the end of the month. I'll be adding in my monthly actions into the bottom left-hand corner as we start January, and if you want to see how this spread evolves over the course of the month, make sure you're following me on Instagram because I usually post a mid-month and end-of-month version of this spread. I can't quite believe that we are now in 2022, but I hope you all had a lovely New Year's Eve and are having a nice restful New Year's Day. So that's everything for this video, friends. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow for another day of Plansmas. Bye!